Hey there, Saints. Pastor Dave here with another weekly devotional this Wednesday. I'm going to do what I did again last week and read from The Message, Eugene Peterson's translation, one of the lectionary readings that we didn't focus on in worship on this past Sunday, which is Romans 7. And in this, the Apostle Paul says, "What I don't understand about myself is that I decide one way, but then I act another, doing things I absolutely despise. So if I can't be trusted to figure out what is best for myself and then do it, it becomes obvious that God's command is necessary. But I need something more. For if I know the law but still can't keep it, and if the power of sin within me keeps sabotaging my best intentions, I obviously need help. I realize that I don't have what it takes. I can will it, but I can't do it. I decide to do good, but I don't really do it. I decide not to do bad, but then I do it anyway. My decisions, such as they are, don't result in actions. Something has gone wrong deep within me and gets the better of me every time. It happens so regularly that it's predictable. The moment I decide to do good, sin is there to trip me up. I truly delight in God's commands, but it's pretty obvious that not all of me joins in that delight. Parts of me covertly rebel. And just when I least expect it, they take charge. I've tried everything, and nothing helps. I'm at the end of my rope. Is there no one who can do anything for me? Isn't that the real question? The answer, thank God, is that Jesus Christ can and does. He acted to set things right in this life of contradictions where I want to serve God with all my heart and mind, but am pulled by the influence of sin to do something totally different. Saints, I don't think there is a more relatable passage in all of Scripture. I have definitely, that one has resonated with me since the first time I ever heard it. I think we all get what it's like to have one thing in mind that we ought to do, that we know is the right thing to do, and then something else that actually happens, something else that comes out of our mouth, or something else that we do through our own actions that just isn't what we wanted to do. I mean, I can think, who here has not felt, angry, upset, and then said something to a loved one that they immediately knew they should not have said. Or, on the other side of the coin, things that we know we should do that we don't do. Who has ever sat there at the end of the day and thought to themselves, boy, I wasted my time today. There was good work that I could have been doing. I could have gone and volunteered. I could have, helped this friend out with a project. There are things that I should have done that I didn't do. Paul says that that's what it's like to be human. I know it's frustrating for us to feel like there's a right thing to do and we just can't get it done. Can't bring ourselves to do it, or there's a wrong thing to do and we just can't avoid doing it. It's like we're not even in charge of our own selves, and that's frustrating. And Paul says that really that is what's happening. There is a force within us that he calls sin that works against our best intentions. And so it turns out that our own morals and our own values get thwarted by this other power within us, and that sin is part of our human nature. It's just part of who we are, that we can't 100% act according to God's will, or even to our own will. Problem is, what do we do if we're not in control? What do we do? Well, Paul's answer is that we give control to God, is that we give thanks that God is at work through Jesus, restoring us and redeeming us and fixing this situation that we can't fix for ourselves. So when we recognize that we have fallen short, we go to God, we ask for forgiveness. We go to the people that we've hurt, we ask for forgiveness there too. And then we get back up and we try again. The point isn't that we just accept that we are not perfect and are never going to be perfect, and so we kind of give in and we concede and we just allow sin to do what it does within us and we don't care. It's not that we grow callous to the ways that we fail, but we don't want to be overcome with the guilt and paralyzed by that so that we never try again either. When we recognize that sin is at work within us, what that means is God is also at work within us because we know there's something in us that's not right, that's not working the way it should. Had a seminary professor who used to say, if you know you're a bad person, you are a better person than someone who thinks they're a good person. Does that make sense? Because if you know that something's wrong in you, then you've got an opportunity to fix it. Or you've got the opportunity at least to let God work on you to fix it. Whereas if you think that you're perfect, or if you think that you're just, as good as you're going to be, then you're complacent and you're never going to improve. Saints, you're not perfect. Accept it and let God help you grow. That's your devotional this week. I hope it's helpful for you and something worth thinking about. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy. And I'll be praying for you. Please keep praying for me. And I'll see you all again soon. Take care, saints.